Hey everybody, welcome back to JOJ and welcome back to regularly scheduled programming. Last couple weeks have been lives, one from the beach and just one from home, I guess.
But hopefully those went well.
Yeah, hopefully so. Should have been interesting nonetheless. But already into October and rocking right along.
Yep. Today's title is The Best Path. You will make known to me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. That's from Psalm 16:11. Today, express your faith that God will lead you in the absolute best path for your life. The Lord is the only one who has all the facts, who knows the full truth about you and your future, and who can guide you unwaveringly to what is right and good every time. The sovereign, omniscient. Omniscient? Is that right?
Yep.
Is that right? Okay. The sovereign I can't say it.
The sovereign omniscient
God is the only one completely capable of accomplishing whatever He promises you. He is going to have His way no matter what happens. Therefore, it is always wise to listen to Him, to include the Lord in all your decision making, and to entrust Him with every aspect of your life. So even when the details of God's plan remain mysterious to you, even when you don't understand what's going on or know what to do, trust Him and obey inch by inch and step by step. Choose to submit to and have faith in the God who loves you unconditionally. He has the best plan for your life, has equipped you to accomplish it, and it will enable you to fulfill all His awesome purposes for you as you walk with Him. The prayer is, God, I trust you in all the unknowns, fully confident that you are working in the unseen. I have absolute faith that you are leading me in the very best path. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we're obeying.
Yeah, and God is omniscient, and that is when you were reading that first part of it. That's what I was thinking, and then you got to it, and I'm like, oh, it did use omniscient. In case you don't know, we did, when we started JOJ, we would do like a word of the month and that stuff, and one month we did omniscient, omnipotent, and
omnipotent. Yeah,
that's omnipotent, ain't it? Yeah.
Well, listen, we had a lot of Google asking Siri how to say words, and I still cannot say any of them. So we just called that the Omni Month.
Yeah, the Omni Month. But so anytime any of those come up, it's
really
always
stressful. I'm sweating.
It's always fun again. But God is all knowing, and that is. It's two ways. I always think when I think of that, and that's what omniscient is God being all-knowing. There's two ways that I think of that. One, it's wonderful. Mm-hmm. He knows everything from the beginning of time to the end of time. Everything that will happen, every hair of our head, all the above. He knows all of it. Mm-hmm. It's wonderful. We can rest in that. We can trust in that. And then it's also very scary because
He's all-knowing.
He's all-knowing. So every thought we have, everything
so when you're driving down the road having road rage, He knows it.
I don't have rage. I have reaction.
With a horn.
Yeah, reaction.
Strong reaction.
Anyways, but He knows every thought. He knows every action. He knows everything that that we have ever done.
Yeah.
And that can be scary, and that's we can look at that and be like, well, how would He ever love us, and why would He ever love us? But that one difference just to point out, and then just to mention, but God being all knowing, don't give that power to the devil, because the devil doesn't know what we know. He doesn't know our thoughts. Only God knows our thoughts. The devil knows what we do. He doesn't know what we think. Okay, and so what we think, we can control that, and we can shut those thoughts out, and we can not let those thoughts become actions, because that is what the devil can see and can use against us and can hold against us at that point. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of like, the title's The Best Path. It's also fitting, Abby being a senior, so we have lots of conversations of
her path,
what she wants to do and growing up, and it's funny because we talk about all the time, like she's currently doesn't seem excited about growing up and doing her own thing, which is total opposite of how we were. And so I just was telling her yesterday of like, you know, listen, like, I mean, yes, it's sad because obviously like you grow up and like you're not in your household with your family, and I was the baby, Ott was the baby, so it wasn't like we were leaving siblings, like there wasn't like there were still people home, and so maybe that's a little bit of a factor because like she's growing up, but Parker and Lizzie are still here getting to be kids, and so, you know, but is to, you know, really kind of focus on, you know, she's went back and forth on what she wants to do, and you know, we've had to be like, listen, God gives us all different talents, and she is very gifted with animals, and she tried to fight that, and you know, it was kind of like, why would you not, you know, really hone in and embrace your God gifted talent? And because that's, you know, it would be odd being like, nah, I don't really want to fish, I'm just gonna go do something else, like, you know, we would think he was crazy. So just really, you know, focusing and praying, and you know, when he gives you steps to actually take them, to be on your best path, because the more you fight it, the more you're out of his will, and then you know, it just kind of snowballs from there.
No, that's absolutely true, and I think, you know, I mean, like you say about her talent with animals, and honestly her ability to communicate, especially with older people, like I think, and that's a lot of times that's a lot who some of the clients are, you know. So I mean, not only does she take good care of the animal side of it, but you know, I mean, that's, she can engage with people, and
she has always been better with adults than people her own age, like from the time she was little. Like you could put her in a room of people her age and she'd sit in the corner, or she wouldn't go in the room actually, or you put her in a room with adults and she'd walk right in and
talk to everyone. They were her best friends. So that's, and one of those are both God-given talents, and if she will embrace them, you know, she'll be able to use them in a way that is good for her and good for her, you know, that can give God glory too. So but yeah, that's you know, one other thing that reading through this, you know, it's talking about, you know, finding, you know, walking in God's will, being in his path, that kind of stuff. But then the second paragraph, the start of it, so even when the details of God's plan remain mysterious to you, that's honestly, I feel like a lot of people live in that. They're like, well, I don't truly know, I don't have a great direction, and that I feel like I knew what mine was, but you said it over and over. You're like, you said something the other day, you're like, I never really had it. I mean, your dream was being a mom, and I mean, that's a fantastic dream, you know, so that's a great desire. But I think some people have to I didn't have a direct career path. Like, I knew from the time I was little I wanted to be a wife and a mom, like that was never in question ever. But I never had like a certain career, like this is what you're destined to do or whatever, which I mean, I can look back now and be like, well, that was part of God's plan, because he knew we were going to be married. And to be honest, with your job, it would have been very hard for me to have my own thing going on, because everything that I do, you would be drowning in, like if you had to do all that plus fish, travel, all the things. So me not having a very set purpose, I guess you could say, it was a set by God's design, because it allowed me to be like, okay, well, I can do this part of your job and you can do that, and we're better
we can
team
be
together,
parents, so we all win.
So we were better, better together, and that's to me, and 20 years and a month or a couple months into our marriage, like that's I'm still very thankful for that we found each other early on, and that we're, to me, we're equally yoked, and so very thankful for that.
I still have a crick in my neck, just if you didn't see the previous episodes.
She was actually trying to turn and smile at me real nice there, because that was a pretty good line, but that's the best she's got. So
that's all I got. I'll turn.
Oh, there's something better. All right. Well, I think we will wrap it up for this week, and we will catch you back here next week.